They're from the 50 plus club gang. You call yourself a gang. Yeah.
Gang.
Well, I think that's a pretty good description. I'm going to give you these microphones just because, well, I'm just starting off on the wrong foot here. Right behind you, Chris, there's one right there. So we'll start with you, Tom. You have a proud pin right there. You've been a long time sugar. In fact, you want to pin that right on your vest right there. Your microphone there.
Oh.
No, on your vest right here. There we go. All right. Sorry about
See if we can
that.
get this. Oh, I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah. Chris, you have got your pin on. How many years?
It's up on my head, on my hat.
Yeah. Sugarloaf since 1967.
Yes.
What was it like in 1967?
I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Driving 5 hours from Caribou, Maine to come here.
Really?
It was unbelievable.
Many people drive from the south. You drove from the north. Yeah. 5 hours, that's commitment. How about you, Tom?
I started in '58, and we're from the Bangor area. And myself and eventually 6 sisters drove up here in the station wagon and stayed in various places, including the Red Stallion. And then we bought a camp in Carrabassett Village, a big A-frame there in '65 or '6.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have that as a family camp, although 2 of my sisters own it now.
Love it, love it. I hear a rumor back then, you had $800, you get 1 door and 1 window back then when you could buy an A-frame. Those were the days.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it was $600. You got the basic A-frame, and if you wanted a dormer, it was another $300.
Fun memories. And that's a lot about what the group does, is get together and reminisce about some of the days. And you have quite a membership. Tell me about the organization.
Well, the organization, Cindy and Greg Foster actually started in 2010. I think they felt that people were moving away from Sugarloaf, or those that had grown up and had been here 50 years had moved away with their kids and maybe never come back. So they started this list. We have about 200 people on the list now. And Cindy moved away to be closer to her grandchildren right around just before COVID, and I finally got in touch with her and asked her if I could maybe do it. And with the help of my wife, who does the Excel, and Chris, who's our PR man, and actually Mike and Jeanette Parker, they help us out with door prizes and advice for formulating parties. As you know, Jeanette, they're experts at it.
Yeah.
So they help us in that respect.
Yeah, Scott, we miss him. And so you've got a few artifacts here. Now, there's an event coming up. Let's talk about the event, because I know you got to get tickets. You want to get tickets ahead of time and drive people there. Tell us about that.
Well, the event is going to be on the 23rd from noon to 4 o'clock, about 4 or 5 o'clock. We have happy hour. We have a poster here, too. We have happy hour from 12 to 1, and from 1 to 2 or so, we're going to have a meal. And then from 2:30 or so, we have featured speakers. And we've had a lot of them. Last year, we had Larry Warren, who gave us a great story about how the town was formed, legally and or illegally, which I found interesting because I heard it before. So he did that. Peter Roy has been there. John Christie, of course, has been MC of the party before.
Yes.
Hayes McMullen, who knew every nut and bolt on every machine and lift here, was a guest speaker one time. And actually, Amanda Winter, I can't remember her married name now, but one of the Winter girls from Kingfield, got up and told us the great story of the Bigelow girls. We've all heard the Bigelow boys, but the girls behind the boys.
Interesting.
They skied with them, and then they would get together on the side of the slope, and they would cook. You know, they'd have the hot dogs and beans and venison and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she gave quite a talk on that. I was very impressed with her.
See, those are just some of the things that you'll find. That's on March 23rd, Saturday. It's going to be at the Sugarloaf Inn Shipyard, and it'll be a social and more information. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right